This video is on this solar panel, this solar battery bank here. So let's take a look at that. My lighting is bad. I've got a couple of Ryobi lights here to kind of help me out. So forgive me on the bad lighting, but let's take a look at this. Thanks for tuning in. Jeff Arizona Hat Homestead. We're going to do a review on this battery bank here I bought. It's a solar battery bank. Solar panel here. It's a nice solar panel, it seems like. And it's a 42 amp battery. Let's see how well we can see this in the lighting here. See, it's 42.8 amps at 3.7 volts. Now I like this. Well, let me just kind of review this. Has this thing here, little D-ring there, so you can hang it on your pack or something. This is loose right now just because I had it loose, but normally it sits in there and it protects your connections there. A little flashlight. And then when you hit the on button here for a moment, then the flashlight comes on. You hold it down again and the flashlight goes off. You also just briefly hit it and you can see what the indicator is. Okay. The plugs here, you can get a good view of the plugs here. Each of those USBs are charging ports, and they are 3 amp charging ports at 5 volts, and a center one is a USB-C, and that what charges this. Okay, it comes with a USB-C charging port or a charging cable. This is the box it came in. And the overprotection thing, it gives you a whole list of all the overprotection stuff there. Let you read some of that there. You can read it for yourself. I'll put a link down in the description field for Amazon here, so you can pick one of these up. A small little manual. The kind of manual will give you a little indication there as far as the light ups, the light indicators on how it's charged. It's kind of self-explanatory, so you really kind of don't need much anything. Now I don't know how well it's showing. Let's see if we can kind of zoom in. See that green light right there? See this green light right here? That actually tells you that the solar panel is getting some power. So this is just a Ryobi light that I'm using right here, just to help kind of offset some lighting. And then I have another one back here that I'm using, and it's providing enough light that it's actually giving this battery a little bit of a charge to it. See the green light is a little bit of a charge. Now I can tell you this will not charge this in a couple of hours if it's dead or something. The whole idea of this is just to trickle charge the battery, to give it a little bit of a charge. So like for an example, if it's hanging on your backpack and you're hiking or you're out camping and you let it sit on the table like this, and you got a little bit of sunlight hitting it, then what's the idea of it is, if this light indicator has gone down like one of the lights, like maybe the 90 or 80%, then this here might get you back up to 100%. So it gives you a little bit more life without having to continuously recharge it, because it's going to trickle charge there. Now, one thing I like about this thing is when you go to charge the device itself, using this thing here to charge, to plug into an outlet, a USB outlet, and to charge it, no buttons have to be pressed. You just plug it in and it starts charging itself. Now the same thing actually applies when you're charging a device. So this MP3 player used to be a phone. This is a, what I think is just a Samsung J3. So I basically deleted everything and put music on it, so it's an MP3 player. So to charge that, when I plug it into this guy here, if I plug it in the right way, see how automatically it starts charging. And you can see down there, you can see the, whoops, I don't know if you can see now up there in the corner, the little lightning bolt up there, up here. Probably can't because the way the screen is. But that's alright, because you saw it here. Let me do it one more time, see if we can get a better view. This here will go off in a few minutes, a few seconds. So you don't have to turn it off either, it just automatically goes off on itself. And see, it just starts charging that right away. So there's no buttons to push. So really this only on off button that's on here now is really just mainly for the flashlight and if you want to see where the indicator is. That's it. This is a nice rubber seal, it's waterproof. So when this is sealed up here, it protects all these deals. This whole thing is nice. It's got a hard plastic to it. A little bit of silicone here with a little bit of a grip there, kind of helps. I like how the indentation is. Kind of is a handle pretty much. This ribbed area up here is just all plastic, but it seems to be kind of a nice design. It kind of helps keep it from sliding, I guess. The whole dimension of this thing, I broke out the tape measure, and dimension from here to here is 7.5 inches. From here to here, it's 4 inches, and then the thickness is 1.5 inches. And the weight, it's a little bit heavier than the cell phone. This is a really old cell phone, and it's just barely heavier than this cell phone, or my MP3 player now. But that's all I wanted to do, is just show you this device here. I love this device. I'll be using it hunting to make sure that my GPS is and phone and all that stays fully charged. But yeah, that's it. Jeff Farrows on the Howden Homestead. See ya, bye, have fun.